we in a season, y'all, where we got to practice radical obedience, especially with the way that things are in the world. We have to be aligned with and in tune with the word of God, with God, making sure that we are in his perfect will and not ours, because obedience, on the other side of obedience, is provision. I got that from Bible study last night. So anywho, I was reading in the book of Daniel, Daniel and I forgot, Azariah and the three Hebrew boys, that's what they called them. So, they were exiled from Judah, and they were in wherever Nebuchadnezzar was. And there were a lot of men that they had recruited, the king had recruited. And so they were like feeding them on the king's food for a certain period of time to get them, get their bodies strengthened and ready for battle. But Daniel was like, yo, I'm not finna eat that. Just let me and my homies get some vegetables and some water. And I bet you in 10 days, we gonna be stronger. Cause the king's servant was like, yo, I can't do that. You gotta eat what the king said eat, because if you come up out of here looking frail, then it's gonna be on me. And Daniel was like, don't worry about that. I got you. I promise you, just give us 10 days, give us vegetables and water, right? And I promise you, we're going to be way better than the dudes that y'all feeding that other stuff to. So dude was like, bet. Okay. So he did that. He fed them on vegetables and water. And that's where we get this Daniel fast from, I guess. And then at the end of the 10 days, Daniel and the three Hebrew boys, I can't think of their names right now, but we know them as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, but they had other names. And so at the end of the 10 days, they were stronger from just eating fruits, just eating vegetables and drinking water, the Lord's food. And so the Lord gave me when we are tested, right? You remember in high school or even middle school, elementary school, anytime you've had to take a math test, right? And you saw a problem and you immediately knew the answer. And so you just wrote the answer and you just went on about your day. You get your test back, you get your quiz back, and the answer is wrong. Even though the answer is correct, you get it marked wrong. And the reason why? Because you didn't show your work. And so when we are going through these trials and these tests, these are our opportunities to show our work, to show the enemy that we believe the words in the Bible, that we believe the word of God, we believe what we've been praying, we believe in God, we trust in God. That's the time to show our work. Now, why am I saying that? For those of us who are new to this YouTube journey, we have no control over the outcome. You cannot control who clicks on your video. You cannot control who YouTube sends your video to. We just don't have any control over the outcome. Our job is to be obedient. Just like Daniel, he didn't defile himself by eating the king's food. He ate the food that the Lord made, vegetables, and drank water. So our job is to hold fast to the word that God has given us and to be obedient in doing what he's told us to do. Whatever the message is, and it doesn't matter what platform it's on. It doesn't matter in what we're talking about, YouTube, but it could be in a relationship. It could be on your job. Your job as a believer, as a follower of Jesus Christ, is to be obedient to the word of God, is to do what he called you to do and leave the rest to him. So I don't know. I'm 50. So we used to have house phones. We used to have these kind of phones. And there was a saying that went, a watch phone doesn't ring. If you're putting all of your focus on, why am I not getting subscribers? Why am I not getting, the watch hours or all that other YouTube stuff? You're putting all your focus on something that is completely out of your control. This is your time to show your work. If you say that you trust God and that you believe that he called you in this season to be on any of these platforms, but if he's called you in this season to speak a word to his people, then you've got to trust that in his timing, he is going to blow on that word and you're going to see acceleration, but all in his timing. But if you get frustrated and you start speaking negatively and you start saying, oh my gosh, this is not going to happen. I believe in the power of words. Your words don't have a sense of humor. And especially when you put emotion behind it, your subconscious mind don't know if what you're saying is true or not. All it knows is whatever information you keep giving me, whatever input you keep giving me, that's the output you're going to get. So watch your words in this season. Do not get frustrated. You plant the seed. You put it out there and then you go on about your day and you let God do what he does. That's you showing your work. That's you showing the Lord that you trust him. That's you showing walking in faith. And that is you showing the enemy that no matter what it looks like, you're not going to pay attention to what it looks like. You're not going to look at the facts. The facts of the matter is nobody's watching, nobody's coming, or I don't have a job right now, or my marriage is in shambles, or my kid is acting up. But the truth is that you are more than a conqueror, right? The truth is no weapon formed against you shall prosper. The truth is your children will live and not die, and they shall declare the works of the Lord. The truth is that you are the lender and not the borrower. You are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. That's the truth. Truth never changes. Facts change. So while you are on this YouTube journey, I am telling you, this is the only thing I did. I cannot take credit for any of this, like getting the 1,000 subscribers. All I did was be obedient. All I did was upload that one video, and I was myself, and I walked away. And the Lord provided. God gives the increase, y'all. Promotion comes from God for those of us who are believers and followers of Christ. So I hope this encourages you. I hope you play this message back. I hope while you walking, or while you on your walk this morning, or while you driving in your car, or while you at work, I hope you hear my voice telling you, look, you do your part and God will do his part. That's all you got to do. Just trust God. In this season, you have to show your work. And showing your work is you trusting God. You being obedient to doing what he called you to do, and let him worry about the outcome. Don't trust the process, because the process changes. You trust the God of the process, because God never changes. I hope this blesses you. Y'all have an amazing Thursday, and I'll see y'all this evening. Bye.